Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It's Ebbie with Ebbie Reviews. I have finally landed on the next show that I'm going to review. Text messages out of the ass. Okay, so this is going to be your review and recap for Love and Listings episodes 1 and 2. 1 and 2. So here we go. This is a new show that comes on VH1. I don't know the date or the time. We'll figure it out because I'm watching it on demand because clearly I'm 2 episodes behind. So I will figure that out and drop it in, and I will have it in the description box. This is gonna be a quick recap of episode 1 and 2. Because it's the end of a long Sunday evening. I'm tired. My dress is tired of holding my boobs. So is my bra. My eyelashes ain't even make it to this review. So, we're just gonna get it and get through it, okay? So, this is a new VH1 show, which is the real estate version of Love and Hip Hop, where it is young and up and coming, urban people who are in the real estate game. So we start with Zach, who played for the NFL. He's a very attractive young man. He's single. Well, no, he's not single. Well, till she shows up on the show, he's single to me. He is using his connections from being in the NFL to parlay that into his career that's gone into real estate after he retired from being in the NFL. So all of the connections that he made while he was in the NFL, he's using to now sell these same people who are still playing homes and build up a reputation for himself as if you need a home in California, LA, wherever the surroundings area and you're in the NFL, then go to your NFL brother and he'll hook you up and find you a house. So, which makes absolute, complete, perfect sense to me. So we then meet Taylor and Jacob. So Jacob is the son of Suge Knight. Are we? Okay, so this is what happens when this phone has been off for like 3 weeks, and I turned it on just so I'll have the notes that I emailed to myself, and then the notifications are going crazy. But we will see me like, wait, what's? I know I'm not that popular. What's happening? Okay, so we meet Taylor and Jacob is the son of Suge Knight. Taylor is 19. She is fresh out of high school. She took the real estate test and passed it on the first time, which is a feat. Considering Jacob hasn't taken it yet, he's studying for it so he can get his license. So we then meet Ajani, Ajane, I think is how you pronounce her name, because I hate screwing up people's names. Her name is Ajane. Ajane currently is working as a waitress at Hooters, as well as doing the real estate thing. She is trying to get her first sale so that she can quit and get her first commission so she can quit working at, oh God, 7,000. Wow. We good? Ashane is trying to get her first sale and her first commission so she can pay some bills and upgrade some of her lifestyle and quit working at Hooters as a waitress. Her first client is going to be Sean Kingston, which seemed iffy to me. Now, I don't know a whole lot about hip hop, but I stay on the outskirts enough to know, like, I listen to, like, hip-hop podcasts. Like, I listen to Joe Budden. And I know on the read... My titties is doing a lot. I'm sorry. I know on the read, they always have their ear to the ground and all those good things. And I could have sworn there was a story, maybe, was it Sean Kingston? Like he got robbed twice or something, and they stole his chain, and something else happened, and we ain't heard from him in a while, and he's really not that popping right now. Maybe, I don't know if that's the same Sean Kingston. It can only be one. So I don't know, but that seemed iffy. But they showed him a 1-bedroom apartment that's over $1 million. For a 1-bedroom, 2-bath apartment in downtown LA, 1 point some odd million is the price, asking price for this apartment. For 1 million and some change of anything, for a 1-bedroom anything, Jesus would have to be my neighbor. Cause what? No. But no, I'm broke. So what do I know? I'm just saying, for me, for $1 million, I need more than 1 bedroom. I don't care if I live by myself. I just need more than 1 bedroom. What if you have guests? Where are they gonna go? Here's this $1 million apartment that you have, and your guests got to sleep on the couch because you would have 1 bedroom. That doesn't make any fuck. Okay, all right. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Okay, so we then go to Ajane has the boss's name is Eric, and he brought her in. He talked to her, and he is the one who gave her this as a client. And he said, if you sell this boy this, if he gets this apartment and you get the commission, it's a 60-40 split. And she's like, you get the 60 and I get the 40. And he's like, no. I get 60 and you get 40 unless you would like 35. What do you want? Hi, Scooter Boo.
Tell Grandma good night.
Night, baby. I love you. Oh, my Scooter Boopy. Right. Oh, I can tell you sleep because you look crazy in the face. Night, baby. Good night, boo. Can you bring me some water before you go? Let me have that one. Let me go get another one. I'm thirsty. Shut. Come on. I'm recording. I gotta go.
Hope you did your end.
Oh, you rude. Goodbye. Okay. So, hell. My notes. Okay. So, yeah. So, that's a thing that happened. So, I don't even know what the hell's happening. Show little titty niggas lose their mind. All right, so Taylor and Jacob are doing a showing with Vanessa Simmons, and their boss Ty is the realtor. Vanessa is his client, I guess, and so they're supposed to be shadowing him and seeing how it goes. However, the way the boss acts, he is a complete dick. I don't know if that's how everybody acts in. I don't know whose boss is that openly disrespectful to someone in front of the client. Y'all behind closed doors, y'all at the office, and he has to give some tough love, some corrective criticism, some constructive criticism, whatever. That's one, and his approach may be not right. That's one thing. But the way Vanessa asked a question, Taylor went to answer the question. He literally started talking in the middle of her sentence. He said no. Blah, 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 blah. Rude. And clearly Vanessa was taken aback. I was taken aback. Jacob was like, what the hell? Everyone who has common courtesy and decency is looking at this dude like, what? Okay. So he does that several times during the showing with Vanessa. And I don't. Taylor is she swallows it every time, but clearly she's not okay with how he's speaking with her, and I wouldn't be either, boss or no. So I don't know why in my I put in my notes I don't really like the Hooter girl Ajane. I don't. There's something about the way she presents herself and the way in which she communicates puts me personally off. Like my spirit of discernment, I get a strong hoe vibe from her. No matter how cute she is, no matter how dressed up she is, no matter what the professional setting is, the something that's just as, like I can talk with my titties half hanging out, but I'm just saying, something about her, even when she's fully dressed and everything is covered, there's still a sprinkling of hoe. It's just something on her. It just vibrates out of her aura. The spirit of her. She's the type of woman that if I were her friend, she would be the type of friend that when I get my purse to leave my house, you got to get your purse and leave my house as well. There's no saying it. No. Sit. I love you. But no ma'am. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. Not today and not tomorrow and not ever. No ma'am. Won't catch me caught slipping and then you sleeping with my man and then I gotta cut yours and his throat, bitch. No ma'am. No. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. I don't know what it is about that girl, but something about her. My spirit, man, just get I could, and if I'm wrong about her, I will gladly say I'm wrong. If my opinion changes, I will gladly say my opinion has changed of this young lady. Now I can't throw, people in glass whorehouses cannot throw stones. So I surely, with half of my titties out right now, really can't be throwing stones at her. It's not even about how she's dressed though. It is just, there's something about the way in which she communicates, the way that there's something about her, the aura of who she is as a person. To me, it's like hoe is in neon lights blinking above her head. Like sex is always on the table with her. That's the vibe that she gives off. I don't know that if she knows that's how she is presenting or if she's doing it on purpose because she thinks that'll get her ahead in what she's trying to do in life. But it has nothing to do with her being the Hooters girl. Even though, because that's all I could remember her as when I wrote these notes, so don't judge me. But there's just something about this young lady that I don't know. I can't put my finger right on it. But there's just my DiGiorno pizza just rumbling all up in here. There's hope, and I don't know. But hopefully I'm wrong about her, and it'll be proven I'm wrong. But I don't think so. So Jacob hasn't spoken to his dad in 3 years. Now, apparently there was a communication ban put on Suge Knight when he was going through his trial for murder, I guess, or when he was convicted or whatever have you. But which means that he could not, I guess, receive and or make phone calls to anyone who was not his attorney, not his family, nothing. So his son hasn't talked to him in 3 years. And prior to that, him and his dad had a falling out about him going to a different high school to play football. And so just when he had gone off to college, he and his dad were just on the verge of reconciling their relationship, and bam, this communication. He went to jail. He went on trial for this murder, and the communication ban was put on him. So there was a kibosh on them communicating from then on. So, and of course, that makes him really emotional. And when he's talking, he gets really torn up when he's talking to Taylor about the situation. She came over to help him study for the test, but he can't even put his mind on the real estate test because he has all of this stuff going on in his personal life with his dad and them lifting the band, and now he's supposed to be able to communicate with his father, and he hasn't really talked to his dad in years. And so there's a whole lot going on in this young man's life. No, don't go dark. Don't go dark. TV go dark. Okay, so, peanut butter and jelly. Y'all, work with me. Oh, peanut butter. So, there we go. Here we go. So, so you can really tell that, something about this Ajane girl, because this is the second time in the notes I put something about this hoodoo girl just doesn't sit right with me. So they show Sean Kingston the apartment, and so, well, Eric rented a Rolls Royce to pick Sean Kingston up to like roll out the red carpet for him to come see this this apartment. So he sends Ajane in the Rolls Royce to pick him up and bring him over to see the listing. So they show him the apartment. He likes it. And so she's driving him. He's like, I gotta go to the studio. And Erica's like, well, Ajane will make sure that you get to the studio, blah, 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 blah. So they're back in the Rolls Royce, and they're on their way. She's taking him to the studio, and she's talking to him. She's like, okay, now, real rap, do you like the apartment? Or what about the offer? Blah, 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 da, da, da. So Sean says to her, I like dealing with you. I like working with you. I don't really want to deal with anyone else. I just want to work exclusively with you. And okay, that could be his preference. The whole conversation on their way to and on their way to the studio, again, like I said, she gives off that aura of easy. I don't want to be disrespectful to the young lady because I don't know her, but what she's presenting on this TV show gives off an aura of her pussy's always on the table. It's always put in negotiation. Like that's how it comes off. I'm not saying that is true for her. I don't know this girl, but that's how it comes off in her conversation and how she dresses. It's just weird. So when Sean says that to her, she's like, oh, okay. Well, she doesn't say yes or no, but that's how they leave it, is unanswered. So she then talks to Andrew, who is a friend of Eric, and he's also another real estate agent. And she tells him that Sean told her that he just wants to work exclusively with her and cut out Eric altogether. And he gives her very sound advice. Don't cut off your nose to spite your face. It's pretty much what he says. He says if you getting this one commission is not worth burning all of your bridges here in the real estate world, because they all have to work with each other. They all have to have working relationships with each other. So this one commission is not worth you permanently burning this bridge right here. So at the weekly real estate mixer, she pulls him to the side. She pulls Eric to the side and she has a conversation with him. And the way she said it came off to me to be very arrogant in how she approached it with Eric. But it could be just because I'm just not feeling her and y'all could have saw it differently. But she says, well, Sean Kingston told me that he wants to work with me and not with you. And so Eric took a deep breath and he was like, and she was like, well, I just wanted to be honest with you and let you know what was going on. And he says, well, thank you so much for being honest. My friend Eric is about securing the bag. He says, if you need to be the face of this for us to get this money, then you be the face of it. I'm still going to get my cut. You just going to be the face of this particular deal. So then they come back and they're like, oh, we put in this offer on the house and congratulations to Jesus Christ, Ajane on her first sale. And Taylor correctly says, it's not your first sale until the paperwork is signed and you get your check. So don't sell. She's like, I'm praying that this happens for you, but don't do that because you ain't got that just yet. And so Ajane is like, why you trying? Don't kill my vibe, bitch. And giving her the death glare. And she was like, well, take a picture, bitch. It lasts longer. I don't understand why you mad. I'm just keeping it 120%. I'm keeping it real. If you don't have the paperwork and your check, deal is not done. So they kind of get into it. So we then go to okay, so I'm getting episode 1 and 2. They're running together. So just work with me because I'm just going to run it to the end and then that's just what it's going to be. So Jacob gets a chance to talk to his dad. His dad calls him collect from prison and they have a good conversation. And his dad gives him his full support because that was what he was concerned about, was that he wasn't carrying on his dad's legacy of being in the music business. He was branching out to go into real estate, and he wasn't sure if his dad was going to be supportive of that situation. So he got his dad's support. He's behind him 100%, as any parent would be. Excuse me. And so they're good. So, this is what I wanted to say. When Taylor and Ajane got into it at the mixer, she was like, and Ajane was like, I got a deal, bitch. She was like, and when I get my check, I'll take you out to lunch. And she was like, please, girl, you ain't got no deal yet. So while you waiting, you do your job. Go get me some water. The bitch is a waitress. That is her job. Go get her some water. Like, I don't understand what the issue is. I think there was I could have sworn I saw something about them saying that, what's baby girl's name? Taylor was being racist towards Ajane because she told her hair was frizzy and it would start a brush fire and to go fetch her some water. I'd have told her to fetch me some water too because she's a waitress, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Just throw my hands up. I don't think it was coming from a racist place. I think she was like, this bitch is a waitress. Tell her to go get me some water. Is what I think. And her hair did look dry, but the shade of it all. Okay, so, I have that Zach called in Sarah, who is a former alcoholic, and she went through rehab, and she parlayed her connects that she met in her rich rehab into a real estate business, into selling real estate to all of her people, rich compatriots who were in the fancy rehab with her, into selling them all houses. What is it's here? Okay, I can get my life together. So Zach brings her in on a deal with Joe Hogan, I think his name is. He's a football player. I don't know. He does something. Catches, throws it. I don't know. Runs with it. He's on the field doing something. And so him and his wife come, and him and Sarah are there, and the men are into the men parts of the house. It's like, ooh, look at this kitchen. Ooh, there's a basketball court. This is why I wanted the house. Meanwhile, she was like, the wife is like, okay. So Sarah, being a woman, takes her up to the master bedroom and shows her the most gorgeous master suite and walk-in closet. And it has a vanity. And wife falls in love with the house. They put an offer in the house. And they actually buy the house, and the house closes, and everybody gets their money. Life is wonderful. Now, I don't know if I talked about Samantha. Samantha is a young lady. I don't know what her ethnicity is. She's racially ambiguous. She may have a little Asian flavor in her. I'm not sure. Money. But Zach and Samantha used to date. They dated for like 3 months. A little short. I don't even know if it's not even long enough to call a relationship. It wasn't even long enough to be a relationship because it was only 3 months. It was a relationship. So, Zach and Samantha were working out, and Zach is like, I want to be in a relationship. I want to be booed up. I want a wife. I want kids. I want a family. I'm ready to settle down. The whole shebang. Now, when he dated Samantha, he was just coming out of the NFL, and he was in full Playboy community peen mode. He was in the middle of his rotation. He was doing anything and everything that he was big and bad enough to do. And so that didn't work out with him and Samantha. Now that he's ready to settle down, Samantha sees stars in her eyes because she's had the dick before. She knows what it is. She sees that he's being successful in the second stage of his life now that the football is over. And she has talked herself into they about to fall back in love and start dating and all this good stuff. Nobody has said this to her. She's made this all up in her head. So, because they've been a little flirtatious with each other, but this is a whole nigga. So he breathes and flirts, so I don't know why she thought she was special. So, Zach did mention that he had just started a relationship, but it was a long distance situation. And that's going to come into play later at the end, which was the best part of these 2 episodes, in my opinion. So, Sarah and Samantha are working out at the beach. And so they're sitting after the workout, they're having a conversation. And Sarah tells Samantha that Zach pulled her in on this deal. And he was like, he pulled you and not me? Da, 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 da. She said, this bitch is crazy. This is like Hands the Rocks Cradle crazy. She just, something is not, her dots don't all connect too good. I don't know, something about her is off. And her voice is annoying as fuck. It's just, shut up talking, girl. Just stand there and be pretty. So she was like, he could have been with me and we could have did this deal together since we're going to be together. And she was like, oh, and you're back together. And she's like, no, we're not back together yet, but we've been real flirtatious with each other. Blah, 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 blah. Girl, she's spinning fairy tales that pulling shit out the sky. She doing whole ass magic shows. And girl, what? No ma'am, no ham. So, we then go to Taylor, and she's talking with her dad, and her dad is asking her how is the apartment, because she's 19 and she has her own apartment, and she said everything is going good, and he's like, how's the real estate thing? And she's not as excited as she was before. And he's like, what's going on? Because you were so gung-ho about it. And she tries to explain to her dad that her boss, Ty, is a complete ass. And he's talking to her crazy. And he was like, well, I know you're not going to take that kind of stuff. So, just have a conversation with him. And, set some boundaries. Some, demand respect, pretty much. So she then talks about her mom and how her mom has had issue with drug addiction, and she was like, the last time her and her mom got close, her mom relapsed. So she hasn't really been speaking to her mama. And it's very sad because you can tell it's upsetting to her. And you feel her pain. And so she's scared to get close to anybody because of the hurt that she has gotten from her mama in regards to her drug addiction and their relationship and all that good stuff. So then we go to Ajane talking. Okay, she gets a phone call because she's walking down the street with her friend, and she was like, she already window shopping and buying shit that she ain't got money for yet because the deal hasn't closed with Sean Kingston. So she gets a call, and she was like, and it was from some, I guess the seller's agent called her and informed her that, when they Googled Sean Kingston, the first article that popped up said, "I'm broke and I live with my mama." And she was like, well, that's not true. And she was like, well, it doesn't matter because the seller is spooked and then there's no deal. So now she has nothing. So she still has to continue to work as a waitress. All of those plans that she was making, all that window shopping she was doing, none of that is going to happen now because she, like Taylor said, until the papers are signed and you get your check, there is no deal. No deal. So she's really going through it because she really thought that she had it going on and she had this deal done, and she calls her mama and she's talking to her mama, and her mama quotes some 50 Cent to her and some Bible verses, and it explains a lot of why. Let me shut up because I don't know that girl's mama. I don't know her life, so I'm gonna leave that alone, and I'm not gonna be judgmental. But when the difference in the emotion I saw displayed by Taylor when she was and Jacob when they were talking about their parents and their relationship with their parents, and then me seeing baby girl Ajane crying on the phone talking to her mother when she didn't get this deal, I didn't feel anything. I was like, okay girl, what time your shift at Hooters start, girl? You just gotta make it happen until something else happens. So Taylor found this at the second weekly mixer, and Taylor is like, well, look, I'm gonna take Ty, her boss, aside and have a conversation with him about the way he's treating her and how he's being disrespectful and blah 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 blah. So she pulls him to the side to have this conversation, and she's like, really, I've been waiting for you to call me to, at the very least, apologize for how you've been treating me and the way you've been speaking to me in front of clients, and like it's okay and this. He's like, I'm not apologizing to you. Apologize to you for what? And he's saying, oh man, it's a crazy things that everybody is looking at him like this fool done lost his mind. So Taylor, rightfully so, in my opinion, pops the fuck off, and she was like, look, at this point, I don't even want to hear shit from you. She's like, I'm done with it, and she walks away. So we then go to Zach and Samantha. And this is the last thing, and then I'm done. Zach talks to Samantha, and he was like, do you have any houses in this particular area? I got this client who him and his wife are looking for a house, and blah blah blah, and this is the price range. And she's like, yeah, I got a house in Encino, blah blah blah, this is how much it costs. Bring them by, and we can finally work together, and we can raise our children and get married and da 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 da. And he's like, okay, great. So he brings over the gentleman. I can't remember his name. He does something in football as well. His neck is really thick and his shoulders are huge. So I don't know. So they tour the house. He was like, I have to bring my wife back, blah 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 blah. While they are there, they having all of this fun banter about them two dating, and he was like, and the guy was like, didn't I see y'all in an Instagram picture together? And he was like, oh, maybe. And so she's like, do you want to see us together? Blah, 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 blah. Girl, the desperation coming up off of your skin is just too much, girl. It's too much. So then she's like, okay, or we're gonna make something happen. So the client leaves, and so they're sitting there. And she was like, "Oh, can I talk to you for a second before you go?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure." And she was like, "Yeah, I just feel like maybe we should start dating again. You know, we've been real flirtatious. I think you want me. I know I want you. Blah 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 blah." He was like, "Wait, pause, shorty. Hold, slow down." He was like, "Well, let me be 100% honest with you. I'm in a relationship. This is not going to happen." And she's like stunned. Stunned. You can see the dress that she bought that's hanging in the back of her closet for their wedding. So fucking rude. Oh God, oh God. Okay, let me be nice, because all of her hopes and dreams fizzle. Pew, 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 pew. But I feel like this is only a temporary thing, and then Boo Boo gonna be right back on it, because I feel like she one of them delusional broads that you're gonna have to tell her, give her a real hard, firm, you know, fuck you, bitch. I'm not fucking with you. Leave me alone. Kind of situation for her to get it. I feel like she thinks that she can overcome whatever the objection is, even though this man just told her he's in a whole ass relationship with somebody else. But we will see. That is what happened in the first 2 episodes of Loving Listings on VH1. Again, I will figure out when it comes on TV, the TVs and things. I think it's Tuesday nights, like 8 or 9, but I could be very wrong, because I often am. But that is all I have for this evening. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Click the notification bell so that you get notifications every time I drop a video. And I will make sure that my boobs are covered and catch you at the next one. Peace.